Hello students. So today we will study the new lesson advanced features of Excel. See in this chapter what we are going to learn. So components of the chart in the Excel and the types of the chart. What are the different components of the chart in the Excel that we will learn. Okay. And how we create a chart and how to sort the data and the filtering the data, how to filter the data. Okay. Now, what is chart? Chart is a graphical representation of data in a worksheet. So whatever the data you have, if you want to represent in a graph form, so and as you know that graph is very easy to understand. By seeing the graph size, one can understand, one can visualize that the data is the data is the value of the data is high or low. Okay, so as you can see, if you create a graph of your subject's mark, by seeing the size of the graph, one can understand that in which subject you got the more mark or less mark. So the subject in which you have got the more mark, that graph height will be the more in comparison to the other subjects graph height. So this graph, this chart is an effective way to display the data in a pictorial form. Yes, you can see that to draw a graph is a picture only. So it is a very effective to display the data, means one can understand it very easily. It creates a good impression in the one's mind. It makes the others to understand very easily about the data results. So it helps to provide a better understanding of the large quantities of data. So huge amounts of data are there. So there are today's time. If suppose thousands of data are there, so who is going to read all these thousands data and which is the maximum, which is the lowest value? So graph will easily tell that which is the which data's value is the maximum by seeing the graph size only he can understand. No need to go through all the data. So charts make it easier to draw the comparison. So between the two different values, you can do easily comparison also, that what is the difference in between the two graphs. So charts make easier to draw the comparisons and see growth and relationship among the values and trends in data. So you can just see the relationship also between different values, and also you can see the trends in the data by following the data of 3 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, or the whole day of the whole year. You can analyze the pattern also, that whether the sale is increasing in which season, in which month, and sale is decreasing in which month. So they provide an accurate analysis of the information. Okay. Now see the components of the chart. What are the different components of a chart? You can see that this is the first one, chart area. So chart area includes all the area and objects in the chart. So all the area and objects in the chart is called the chart area. Then you see this one. This one is the total rectangular box, what you are seeing, total area, which includes the chart and objects. That is the chart area. Second is the category axis. Category axis you can see here. That's the x-axis. That is the category axis where you give the name of the different bars. So this bar is represented what here. See the name is given. Okay. So like the names here are given, Anshika, Vinod, Monica. So all the name of different students are given here. That is the category axis, or x-axis is the horizontal axis of the chart, is called the category axis. Value axis or y-axis. So this y-axis, vertical axis called the value axis, used to plot the values. It is located on the left side. Now the fourth, you see the data series. So data series are the bars or slices or other elements. So these bars which you are seeing of different colors, rectangular bar, are the data series or the elements that show the data values. If there are multiple data series in a chart, each will have a different color or style. So every data series has a different color and style. Fifth is the category name. Category name are the labels which are displayed on the x-axis and y-axis. So on the x-axis and y-axis we display the label, that is the category name. See here, it is the given label values. Okay. So category names are the labels which are displayed on the x-axis and y-axis. So this name we give now, that is the, here you will find, that is called the category name. So sixth is the plot area. Plot area is a window within the chart area. So within the chart area there is the plot area. So where this see, this is the gray color area is the plot area where the graph is plotted, that much area. So the plot area is a window within the chart area. It contains the actual chart itself and includes the plotted data also, data series. So the chart area, plot area will include the data series. Data series is rectangular bar. Category means x-axis and the value axis means y-axis. All this it includes the chart plot area. Now legend. Seventh, you see the legend here. They presented that this color is represented for what. This color is represented by for Ansika. That color we know like this. So it depicts the colors, patterns, or symbols assigned to the data series. Now the data series. This first data series purple color is assigned to Ansika. So that legend gives the information about which color, which data series is assigned to whom. It helps to differentiate the data. Yes, between the different students you can make the difference by the different color. Eighth, you see chart title. It describes the aim and contents of the chart. So this is the chart title at the top you see. So for what it is prepared. So it is the graph for student marks, graph for student weights. So all these titles you can give. Grid lines. Ninth, these can either be horizontal or vertical grid lines. Depending on the selected chart type. They extend across the plot area of the chart. On the plot area you will find this grid lines. See here it is the horizontal grid lines you are seeing. So grid lines make it easier to read the values. Grid line help you to read the values for the data series. See, it is very easy to read this value. This is marked representing 80, this is representing 100 like this. It is easy to understand. It is work as a scale grid lines. Next, you see the types of chart. So Microsoft Excel offers a wide range of charts to interpret the data, and these charts share common features which assist the users in comprehending the data logically. So there are wide range of charts are there. Okay, we will study after this different types of charts. How many types of charts are there? So there you find different types of charts available in the Microsoft Excel. But all the charts have some common features. What some common features? All they have the category axis, all they have the value axis, all they have the legends. So you will find this. Okay. Now see, this is a table. In the Excel we draw this table. See the name of the students. First is the name column. Second is the marks of the English subject. Third column is the marks for the Hindi subject, and it is total. Okay, so we have to draw the chart for this data. This sample data is there given there, that we have to draw. Okay, now see. Just a minute. So we are seeing the types of the chart. Okay, now see the different types of chart. Okay, this is the page number 30. Now see the first type of the chart is the bar chart. First is the bar. Okay, see this is the bar chart. Now this bar chart illustrates the comparison between the individual data items. It displays the data in the form of the long rectangular rods called bars. All these are called the bars. So that are placed vertically or horizontally. So that can be placed horizontally also. Here it is horizontally placed. It can be also placed vertically on the chart area. In this type of the chart, categories are represented on the vertical axis. So in this, the categories on the vertical axis and the horizontal axis values are represented. Okay, represented on the horizontal axis, that is the bar chart. You can also display the bar chart in a stacked form to understand the relationship between the different entities. They can be displayed as a 2D or 3D graphs also. See here is the stacked bar chart. So in the form of the stacks, as you can see in the form of the stacks. So next is the column chart. Here, as you can see on the same chart, one student each marks you are seeing here on the stack chart. Means one student, suppose here Kirti, for the Kirti in the bar chart you are seeing three bars. One you are seeing in the green color, red color, and blue color. Here you see in the stack bar chart, all the three bars are drawn on a single horizontal line. First you are seeing the blue color, then red color, then green color. Okay. So first green color representing the marks of English, second Hindi, and third the total. It is the both of the which total mark is represented here. So that is the stack chart. Okay. In one horizontal line, three bars are represented, one over the other. Now see the column chart. This chart is used for displaying the data that shows different trends over a period of time. So for a period of time, you can take 1 month, 1 week, whatever the period of time you can take. So you can show the different trends over that interval of time. So it is the default chart types of the Microsoft Excel. If you not select any chart, so this column chart is the default chart. The your data will be represented in this column chart. In this type of the chart, the categories are organized horizontally and the value on the y-axis vertically, and the values vertically to emphasize the magnitude of change over a period of time. So here you can see that this is the Anju's mark of different subject is represented here. So 60, and this also suppose about 70, and this is total 130. This is represented. Same with the column chart. Okay, next is the line chart. So it is in the form of the line and is used to illustrate the trends in data at each intervals. It is quite similar to plot a graph on a graph paper with the values on the x-axis and y-axis. It is useful in emphasizing the continuity showing the change in data over a period of time. So what is the continuity over a particular time? That you can show it, how it is increasing, how it is decreasing. It is generally used to represent a huge amount of data, because you cannot draw for a huge amount of data these bars to take a lot of space. So line is easy. In a small space, more lines chart can be drawn. So here you can see the blue color English mark, red color Hindi mark, and this green color total marks. Now the Anju's mark you can see here. Here you are seeing this mark 70. Okay. Now here you can see the mark of the Manju. Anju's mark is this, and mark of the Manju is decreasing in Hindi in comparison to Manju, and her mark in English is increasing because she got near to 80. So like this you can do the comparison. It is very easy. During the time continuity you can see. So one thing you can find the marks of Manju in English, that's this marks is increased, and also you can see the marks, the total marks. The total marks of Manju is this, but her total is decreased in respect to the Anju. Overall total is decreased. Now total of Ranjana is increased in respect to the both the students. Now again see here, and the total of the Hemant is increased, so his total is more in comparison to all the students. So here you can see in the graph that column chart also the height of this Hemant is total green bar is more in respect to the other bars. Okay, like this we can see the information from the graph. We can read the information from the graph. So next, area chart. So area chart is a unique version of the line or column chart. Here both are mixed, line chart and the column chart. You can see the lines also, you can see the height also. So this type of the chart has a greater visual impact than a line chart. It emphasizes the magnitude and the volume of change over a time by showing the sum of the plotted values. Here you can see the sum of the plotted values, that is the sum, and this is the mark of the English subject mark and Hindi subject mark. That is the volume of the change over time. By showing the sum of the plotted values, an area chart displays the relationship of the parts to whole. So what you are seeing, this volume is more. So for the Ranjana and this for the Hemant, you can see its volume is more rising this area. So this means this total is more, representing also 300. So next, this is the marks. Blue color is the marks of the Hindi subject, English subject, and red color is the marks of the Hindi subjects. That is selected as you know here also. You can see it. Blue color English mark and red color Hindi marks. Now, different charts we study. That is the XY chart or scatter chart. So this chart has two values. One set of numerical data is displayed along the x-axis and another set is represented on the vertical axis, y-axis. So x-axis is usually assigned an independent variable, and y variable then becomes a dependent variable. So independent means that is the category axis, which the value we take from our side, and the y-axis is the dependent on the value of the x-axis. Okay. So each value of y variable depends upon the corresponding value of the variable x. The chart combines these values into a single point and then displays those points at the intersection of x and y numerical values. Means all these are the points as you plot the graph for the axis and y axis, x values and y values. See here the plots are given. Okay, so the marks is represented by student 1, 2, 3, 4. So see the marks is given here. For one student, the mark of the see Hindi, she got 70. So here 1 or 70. So one draw the perpendicular and from 370, and there you draw, you get the point. So that point in front of 70 seat layer, this intersection point. From here you can draw a line parallel to x-axis and then parallel to y-axis. You draw it here now. That is the name of the student. Now this point is representing the mark of the student 1 who got in Hindi, that is 70 marks. Student 2 like this, student 3, student 4. Every student's marks is represented and the total is also represented as student 1. So all the students, the marks are given here. So that is the XY scatter chart. By this you can understand. Now next is the pie chart. So this chart displays the data in the form of a circle, and circle is divided into the series of segments. Different segments it is divided. These segments show the relative size of each item in the chart. Now which segment size, which sector size is more, that represents the more marks obtained. It always shows only one data series and is useful when you want to emphasize a significant element. So it always shows only one data series. So this chart type works best with a smaller number of values when the values of small. Here different students marks are given. Now you can one data series only you can show it. One it is the total you cannot show. Only the subject marks only you can show here. So see the Anju marks and other students marks. So which sector size is more? So red one is more. So that means here Manju got the more marks in the particular subject. Suppose it is a graph of English subject mark. So you can realize it. That's it. Okay. So this is all for today. So the next class we will study that how to create a chart in the Excel. Okay, and I will show you by creating it on the Microsoft Excel 2010. Okay. So thank you for all. This is all for today.